All right, good afternoon, everybody. I am here with my friend and coworker Jerad, and he's here to talk about a book that he had published on Amazon.
That's right. How you doing? Thank you, Deb, for having me. And so basically I wrote a book. It was based off a testimony, and a friend of it read my testimony and was so inspired by it, she offered to kind of help me make it into a book. So basically the book is talking about my life. I was raised in a Christian home. Of course, if you guys ever heard the term PK or preacher's kid, I guess I could kind of fit into that realm.
Yeah.
Because all I knew was church growing up, church, and life was hunky-dory. And of course, at the age of 7, I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior, the free gift of salvation, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
By the time my adolescence rolled around, all those ooky feelings that come with that kind of upended that, because lo and behold, I decided I was attracted to some of the guys in my class. So right away, have an unconventional sexuality, didn't even know what it was because I was that sheltered. I'm thinking, okay, shouldn't I be liking girls? Well, no, apparently I don't. Maybe this is just a phase. I don't know. So here I am, going along, dealing with those feelings for a couple of years, and then I hear this sermon at the church that I grew up in. It was very strict, very dogmatic, very legalistic, and saying that, well, if you fall into one of these categories, a list out a laundry list of sins, oops, you're in trouble. And right then and there, I was like, oh no, turned my world upside down, inside out. Ended up turning my back on God. Wanted to go see what the world was all about because I was so sheltered. So yeah, the world was my friend. I was all wrapped up in being tied up with the kids in my class and getting to be cool with them, like most kids,
Yeah.
You want to be popular, want to be liked.
Yep.
Found out the hard way that kids don't like me because they could tell I was a little bit different. So I got bullied mercilessly.
Yeah, been there, yeah.
And my love for God went completely cold. At one point I convinced myself I was an atheist. And then I pulled a stunt in my senior year of high school that could have got me thrown in jail. But God tends to use hard things to get your attention.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, well, maybe I need to take my faith more seriously. So I kind of had a mini prodigal moment. For those of you who know the prodigal son, they're familiar with that Bible story. That was my first kind of kowtowing back into taking my faith seriously. But my 20s came around. I was out of high school, and I thought, I'm going to make a career and a name for myself. So I ended up packing up my bags and going to LA and doing the whole LA thing. And I was literally swinging from the chandeliers, if you know. I describe myself as a woo boy. Now, woo boy is kind of similar to a woo girl, like them girls from the Girls Gone Wild. They're like, woo, and they're going nuts and crazy and all that fun stuff. Well, I was a woo boy. But living my life for the world was not what it was cracked up to be. I found that the hard way, that it's an empty, miserable existence. I was depressed, I was lonely. All the stuff that I was trying to make myself feel full and happy was not doing the trick. And I was suicidal for a good 3 years in my 20s. And then God worked in a big way, reached out to me, grabbed my attention, and started me back on the path of slowly getting back on the Jesus train again. Now, of course, I could expound upon that, but I only got a short amount of time, so...
less than 2 minutes.
My book is titled, My Life as a Shadow. You can find it on Amazon. You got to go to the little drop-down menu and hit books, and then type in the title plus my name, Jerad Siekewicz. And Jerad is spelled J-E-R-A-D, Siekewicz, that's a fun one, S-I-E-K-A-W-I-T-C-H. Look me up, you'll find it. So, and for those of you out there, I talk about some difficult things, with my sexuality, my spirituality, all that go together.
Yeah.
Not hating on anybody. I know it's a controversial subject.
Yeah.
My hope with my story is that it's the bridge between traditional Christians and people in the LGBTQ plus community.
Yep.
What, if you're tired of living that life, you've been doing it for a long time, and you're just as empty and miserable as I was, there's hope. You could try Jesus.
Yeah.
And for those of you out there who are Christians that like to point fingers and judge, it goes the opposite way. It's like, hey, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge somebody unless you walked a mile in their shoes.
Yep,
my hope is that you will understand. It's not easy. Nobody actively chooses to feel a certain way about things. But that's just it. We're living in a fallen creation. It's broken, and so there's all kinds of mutations that came with that, including complicated sexualities. So that, in a nutshell, is my story. If you guys want to read it, check it out. And hopefully it'll bring hope and happiness to your life as well.
All right. Thank you, Jerad. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Peace.